Hello, this is Mr. McLeod, and in this video we will be going over how to get keyboard movement and collision in Greenfoot. So in order to do that, we are going to make a project called Destructor Baby. Destructor Baby is our first class. We're going to make a new class. It will be baby, and here's our baby. I already got the images over there. We'll hit OK, and now we have a baby class. Then we make a new class. Destructor Baby likes to destroy trees, so let's make a tree for him to destroy. And let's see, Destructor Baby, do you like flowers? Me like flowers, I will destroy them. So we will make a flower class in response to his request. But let's also make a grass class. Let's see, in nature here, there's this grass class. The grass he will not destroy because when you stomp on grass, it just comes right back, no problem, right? So he just stomps around destroying anything that he crushes, anything he touches. Let's go to the world now, and let's make a baby. So we can say baby destructor equals a new baby. So now we have a destructor baby, right? His name is Destructor. Did his parents know he was a destructor when he was born? I guess they did. Alright, and we need to add him to the world. So add object destructor, and we will add him to the middle of the screen. So if you remember, world has a get width and get height method, and here's our add object method. So we can say add object destructor at get width over 2 and get height over 2, and that will be the center. Alright, we also want to give baby some things to destroy. So let's do a nice little loop. Int I equals 0, I less than, let's make like 10 trees. So I plus plus. Okay, so this will do a for loop, going 10 times. Each time we will make a new tree. T equals new tree, and we will add it to a random location. So to do that, we're going to go to help and Greenfoot class documentation, and then over here you can see this is all the classes that are in the Greenfoot package. Greenfoot, the class Greenfoot, is a utility class that has a lot of helpful methods. So one of them is getRandomNumber, that takes a how big is the number going to be, right? So from 0 to the limit exclusive, so it will be exclusive. So for our purposes, it's probably good enough to just say, let's make an X value that is Greenfoot. Yes, I should explain this. So, do you see how all of these methods are static? So over on the left side it says what kind of thing does it return, and then if it says static, that means the method is static, which means it belongs to the class. So you call it on the class rather than on some particular instance of the class. If you look at the world, you will see most of these do not say static, and that is because you call them on a specific world. whereas in the Greenfoot class, you're calling it on the class. So you never actually say, oh, make a new Greenfoot or anything like that, or get Greenfoot, anything like that. You can just say Greenfoot dot the method. So that's how we're going to call get random number. So let's go back to this here. So x can be Greenfoot dot get random number from 0 up to get width, and y can be Greenfoot dot get random number from 0 to get height. And once we have an x and a y, we can say add object. Let's add our tree called t at x and y. Alright, so we can basically copy this and make other types of things. So for example, let's say we wanted to make 5 flowers. Then we would just change this to flower. And everything else is basically the same. I guess we could change this to F for flower. It doesn't really matter. Oops, what happened here? Flower. Oh, okay. It just, it was a little bit laggy, and it still thought I had T there. Alright. And then the new Greenfoot just compiles as you go, so sometimes it's a little bit behind you. Let's add also 5 grass objects. So new grass, and again, you could just leave it as T. It doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have there. Yay! Now we have a nice little nature-filled area. So now we can start making our Destructo baby do what he does best. Destroy! So in order to do that, he needs to be able to move around. So right here, this is where in baby you say what should he do every frame. So what he's going to do is first respond to any keyboard movement. So back to our Greenfoot class, there's 2 ways to do keyboard movement. There's get key, which will return the most recently pressed key. Be careful, there's one little trick here. So as soon as you get the last key, then the next time you call get key, that key will not be the last key pressed anymore, because no key will have been pressed since that was called anymore, because you already called it. So be careful that if you're going to collect which key was pressed last time, since the last time this was called, you better store it or you won't be able to access it again. Otherwise it's going to keep returning null. So let's go back to here. So to baby, we can say, oh, and one other thing. What does it return? It returns a string. Okay, so we gotta say string key equals equals, remember this is static, so Greenfoot dot get key will return the last key that we pressed. If I called it again after this, it would be null. So I gotta make sure that now I say if, and I've now stored that value, if key, and then comparing strings in Java is a little bit tricky because you can't actually use equal equal because equal equal determines if 2 objects are the same object, not whether or not they say the same thing. So 2 strings could actually say the same thing but be different objects. That's all I'm going to say for now on that. So then you have to use key dot equals and then see if it says the same thing as this other string, which now we need to know what kind of strings could they be. So if you go way up here, both get key and is key down use the strings that are basically just, if it's an alphabetical letter, it's just going to be the letter. If it's like up, down, left, right, it's going to be the cursor keys. So it looks like that's what we're going to want there. So if it equals up, then we call then we make the baby go up, which before we can do that, we better make him move around. I'm jumping the gun here. So we're going to make him move up. So pause the keyboard for a second, and let's go ahead and give him some constant movement. So he's constantly going to be moving, so we'll give him a dx is 0, dy is 0, and then every frame he's going to set his location to whatever x he used to have plus dx, and whatever y he used to have plus dy, so he will effectively move by dx and dy. Okay, so I set these to 0 at first. These are, again, instance variables. So they will, each baby, if there was more than one baby, would have its own instance of these variables. And they will start out as 0, but then if I change them, they're going to be changed until I change them again. So this is where I'm going to change them. If I want to move up, all I have to do is set dy to some negative value, like -1, and remember the y-axis up is negative. And then from here there's going to be a bunch of copy pasting here. So else if key is down, then dy is +1, and I can copy all of this and say else if key is left, then dx will be negative, and if key is right, then dx will be positive. Okay, so if we were to run this right now, let's go ahead and hit that. I try to hit a key. Oh no, nothing's happening. Because if we go over here, it turns out as soon as I hit run, this happened. There's this error, and there's that bug again. There's this error that says null pointer exception on line 18, so that's right here. Well, if we look here, this says we get the key, and then we call equals on the key. Well, if this key was null, like there wasn't a key pressed, this will be null, and we'll be trying to call a method equals on null. So it's very important that we check for whether key equals null. So if key does not equal null, then we can do all of this stuff, right? Okay, so now let's try that. So let's clear this so that we'll know if it ever happens again, it's a new one. And let's hit run, and so far so good. Yay, look at that. We can move all around. So now we just need to have him destroy things if he touches them. So I think that will be the next video. So it turns out this video actually is just covering keyboard movement. The next one will be covering collision. Alright, so see you in the next video.